this is my timeline. Good morning, it is 8:51. Woke up about 30 minutes ago, but I was just laying in bed because I was so tired. I did go to sleep after 12 a.m. kind of just working last night, so that's why I kind of slept in a little bit. But today I just wanted to show you guys what it's like to work as a freelance editor for large YouTubers. At the moment I only have one client just because I do want to focus on things outside of client work. First thing that I do in the morning, put on sunscreen, get ready to take them out to go on a walk. I have made us breakfast, just some eggs, egg whites, and usually when we're eating we'll pick a show or a movie. We're not gonna watch the whole movie, probably just like 25 minutes. Okay, it is now 10:34. It really does take a while for me to even get to work because of the pets, especially my puppy. I need to get her tired as soon as I wake up before I start working so I can actually focus and that she's like calm and just sleeping. But even then, it's only increments at a time. I have to like take pauses a lot throughout the day. Anyway, today is kind of day 2 of my editing process. It depends on the length of the video, but this video isn't too long, so I was able to cut it in one day. It was about like 4 hours of footage. So day 1 will usually be my day that I download the footage and then start cutting it. Depending on how much footage it is, it could take 2 days to cut it, but yesterday wasn't too bad. I am also currently training 2 editors and they're having some issues with a video, so I'm gonna try to help them out as best as I can. So right now I'm just gonna send them a quick video because I think they're having storage issues, so I'm just gonna send them a quick video on how to clear cache on Final Cut Pro. So try this instead. Usually when I drag the clip back into the timeline, that usually fixes the issue, and then just let it process. Okay, now that I've sent over that video, I currently have a video in the revision process right now, so I check in on that video. I did most of the revision comments, but I had a couple questions about a few others, so I'm gonna contact my client. Okay, so this is my timeline for my revised video, but I do have like 2 more revisions. You can kind of see I put some markers where I want to make those changes, so I'm just gonna do that real quick, and then I'm just gonna wait for them to get back to me about questions that I had. After we've solidified that the video is good, I'll go ahead and just export it. I also use my handy dandy iPad for Procreate because I make like little graphics. Okay, so once I have the little graphic, I just export it, and then once it's airdropped to my MacBook, I name it, and then I move it over to my media folder, which has all the media and graphics that I use for this specific video. Once I put it in that folder, I drag it onto the timeline, and then obviously just like edit it in whatever way I want to. While I'm waiting for her to get back to me on the video that's almost done, I have another video that I'm working on. This one is fully cut. Actually not fully, because I'm still waiting on more footage to be sent at the moment, so I'm gonna have a little bit more cutting to do, but I did most of my cutting yesterday. So today's like an actual editing day where I add text and sounds mostly. Graphics I wait until the last day when the full video is pretty much done. The handmade graphics take the longest, so I just leave that at the end to do like bulk of them pretty much. Some graphics I do just use a combination of Canva, sometimes Photoshop, and After Effects. Those graphics where I don't need my iPad, I do them as I'm editing as well. It's already 11. So I'm gonna try to work for the next 2 hours and really focus because Maeve is only gonna be sleeping for about 2 hours. Now 12:38. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I finalized the other video that is almost ready to post. It's actually like sponsored, so we have to wait for the brand to get back to see if they have any revision comments, so that's a whole nother thing. So I was kind of flip-flopping back and forth between the revised video and then the new one that I'm starting, but I am hungry now, so I'm gonna heat up my food. Joseph and I are both very busy people. We always have something going on, whether it's, you know, pets or just also work. We have been meal prepping our food, so we've been eating kind of the same thing every single day. What it is pretty much rice. We just cook it in bulk. Lean ground turkey. We also measure it out so that we know how much protein we're getting and stuff like that. Although this job does allow me more flexibility with being home all the time and being able to cook, honestly, we both just prefer cooking everything in bulk and just meal prepping so that when we're hungry, we can take a break from work, eat, and then just get straight back into it. Cooking just takes too long for both of us. Add a little bit of this Tabasco. A little bit. I literally put a shit ton. This is like 40 grams of protein and it's 99% lean, so super low calorie as well. I'm just gonna finish my food really quick and then we'll get back to work. I'll be right back. All done. Okay, my desk is honestly not the most comfortable, so a lot of the time I'll edit on my couch in my living room. I really need to get far in the video today because the video is set to be due tomorrow. I don't know, just the scheduling is like pretty tight. Don't want to fall too behind, but I'm gonna work for a little bit more and then we'll see where I'm at. I'm taking another break because this is about the time where my head kind of starts to hurt from just staring at the screen for so long. So I just need a break, and then also Maeve has been in the crate this whole time and she needs a break as well. So I'm gonna feed her a little bit and do some training with her. Okay, I got this yoga mat and this is what I use so that she doesn't slip. When we're inside, I only use kibble. When we're outside, I use more high value treats. I'm just gonna train her for probably around 10 minutes. She was learning this yesterday, so we'll see if she remembers. Another cool trick that I saw that you can teach your dog is teach them around. It's a super easy way to get them tired. For example, if you're at the park, you tell them to go around a tree and they have to run around the tree and back to you. Right now I'm just using this tripod as a decoy tree. So I tell her to go around. If she goes around it, I reward her. Around. Yes, just like that. They're like in each other's mouths. Bruh. But this video is not about my dog, sorry. I just make everything about them because they are my life. I just kind of want to talk about the pros and cons of anyways, I just kind of wanted to talk about some of the pros, cons, now that I've been doing this for over a year now, which is crazy. Let's start off with the negative things so that we can end on a high note here. I would say that one of the negatives that people don't really think about is that your work is out there, and especially if they have a large audience, your work can always be critiqued. I remember in the beginning when I started and they noticed like the switch in editing in the channel, some people really liked it, but then there was always those comments that were like, did you get a new editor, or like, I think it's too much, you know, that kind of thing. People will always have something to say. I don't let it get to me. I'm pretty confident in my editing. I think I know what I'm doing, and I just overall really like the aesthetic and style that I've built up. Honestly, that's not really a huge deal to me, but I think when you're first starting out, it can be maybe a little discouraging. Another possible con are the tight deadlines. Obviously, YouTubers have brand deals and sponsorship. That means that you have those same deadlines too, which means I need to get the YouTube video done in time for them to be able to send it. And there has been times in the past where it was back-to-back sponsorship, so every video was a tight deadline and I was just working day and night, and it was extremely exhausting. This goes with any workspace or any job that you have people you work with, but there's always potential for some friction or not getting treated fairly. This has never happened to me. I've been very lucky with the people that I've worked with, but you always hear stories of people that get mistreated, and especially freelancers where it's contract work, they have an excuse to not really care about you in a way. It's not really an official company with a ton of people involved in overhead and stuff like that. Another con could be that your income can vary pretty widely depending on how many people you work with. For example, if the YouTuber that you're working with is on a trip and doesn't want to film during that trip, or like they get sick, then you're down one video or a few videos, and then that affects you directly because you don't have work. I would say that's not the biggest con, just because there are definitely ways to navigate that. You can always reach out to more clients so that you have some backup work, or even even just pick up really quick jobs. And once you've been in the industry for a while and you've worked for bigger people, it's easier to just get your name out there and get even bigger clients under your belt. Now for some of the pros, this is more specific to me because I have my own YouTube channel, but working with somebody that is doing what I want to do, it's sort of like a mentorship. I'm seeing the way that what goes through their head when they're filming and stuff like that, and where they set up the camera, and that just kind of adds to my creative process when I'm filming myself for my own channel. Another really good thing, as your skills grow, your income can grow as well. When you first start out, you're not going to be charging the same as 6 months down the line. Anyways, please excuse them in the background. But as I was saying, you're kind of in charge of your skills and therefore your rate. The more skills you have, the higher that you can charge. When I first started, I wasn't really familiar with Canva, Procreate as well as I am now. After Effects, I picked up more recently, Photoshop, all that. So as you grow in your editing, how much you can charge also grows as well. This can be both a pro and a con, but this job is very creative. Sometimes like you just don't know what to do for a video and you get creative blocks, so that's when it can be pretty harsh because it's your job to be creative. But it's also a pro because you get to be creative, and however the video comes out is up to you, depending. Obviously you have to take the client's consideration into account, but I think it's really important to just find a client that you align with and you both have similar aesthetics to and visions for the video, so that makes it a lot easier. Okay, the biggest thing I would say and the biggest difference in this job in comparison to other jobs that I've worked in the past, normal like 9 to 5, is just the freedom in your scheduling. But in other jobs I was working, I was gone from my home for 10 hours every single day, and it was extremely dreadful, hard for me to even eat and take care of my bear, which bear I only had at the time. That aspect of the job is definitely what I am most grateful for, because I'm able to just take care of my home and the people and my pets in it. I would say that that can also be a con because work and life are constantly intertwined because I'm switching back and forth from it, and also because I work from home, it's not like I go somewhere to work, so sometimes it can be hard to get in that mental space of, okay, now I'm gonna work when I'm sitting on my couch at home. I would say another con is actually that it can be pretty lonely. There's no physical like connection with the people that I work with because we don't see each other, we don't go work together. It's very hard for me to find friends because I feel like a lot of those friends you make through work. So I was already a homebody before this job, but now it's pretty much been solidified into my personality, and I don't think it's a good thing. The last time I went out with a friend probably over 6 months ago, and before that probably a year ago. So I go out with friends like once a year. Another common question I think people would have is if this job is even lucrative, meaning if you can make good money off of it. And honestly, that just depends on where you are in your journey. If you're a newer editor and you just picked up learning a software, you're not going to make as much as someone who has been a year, 5 years in the game. Also, if you're working for smaller YouTubers, those YouTubers are probably making less than bigger YouTubers. So that's something else that you have to consider. And that's a constant journey as a video editor, just finding your rate, being confident in your skills enough to charge that much. I think as freelancers and video editors, there's definitely a big chance that you'll get almost taken advantage of or just get underpaid for the amount of effort that you're putting into the videos. So from there you can either decide to charge more or just spend less time on each video, because I mean, you're not getting paid to be putting 16 hours into a video. Time is currently 7:04. I definitely didn't get as far into the video as I wanted to because I got sent more footage. I needed to cut another hour and a half of footage. Oh my god, I look like an egg. Hold up. But I am hoping to at least edit maybe 7 minutes of the video by tonight. I think I'm at like 3.5. So still got quite a lot to go, but I'm currently training for a half marathon and I've been putting this off all day, but I need to go run. I'm hoping to run 6 miles today. Very easy pace, but we'll see. Also, I need a break because I've been sitting down all day. I'm gonna go run and then we can continue working after, but that's kind of the cool part about this job is that, you know, I can kind of plan my day a little bit. I did 6 miles. I had to stop at the 5th mile because the treadmill only lets you go up to 1 hour. I couldn't increase the time, so I had to stop and restart. But my day is not over yet. I need to shower, obviously, because I'm drenched in sweat, and then I still have some more work to do, and I need to walk and feed both of the dogs. Let's hop in the shower. Okay, it is time to feed that one. More recently, I bought him fresh food. This one is from the farmer's shop. It says to feed 1 pack per day, but like this shit, I would have to sell a liver and a kidney to feed him a pack a day. Each one is like 12 bucks. I don't even eat on 12 bucks a day. That's like a Chipotle bowl every single day. So I do a 4th. You can hear him right now because he's super hungry. He's ready for his meal. He loves this. He actually likes to eat now. Before he was like, I would put out his food and he would just eat it like eh. Okay, the dogs have been walked. Little spontaneous adventure. We're gonna go to In-N-Out. It was my idea and Joseph agreed. So we're gonna go. Could we do just one double meal? Yeah, I'll do raw onion and then could I add chili peppers? And then I'll do pickles and light salt, please. Thank you. I'm so excited for this. I actually haven't had In-N-Out in a while. I was gonna stay up to edit more, but honestly, I'm about ready to go to bed.
Good, how are you?
Very good. Vanilla shake.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too. Yummy. Oh, this about to bust. Ooh, okay. I'm so tired, but look at this. Whoever made this deserves a raise. So beautiful. We're gonna watch something on TV, eat this, call it a night. Good night.